Hi, Mr. Hall. This is Hal Jacobs. I just wanted to touch base with you and remind you what we went over last night during our lesson. Here's a view of you hitting a 6-iron from the face on. I'll let you just take a look at it in real time. I thought you were hitting it pretty good considering it's the middle of the winter. When I look at your setup looks pretty good. We talked about your hands. At times, sometimes get too far ahead. They're really good right here. But remember, when we got the fairway woods in your hand, they got too far ahead. Keep them, just in front of your zipper, but not much farther than that. I see your weight. It looks like it's a little bit more weight on the left foot at setup. So I'd like you to just make sure you're 50-50 when you go down to Florida. Just double check before you hit some balls that your weight at setup is 50-50. And let's go through this in slow motion a little bit. A lot of really good things. I think your turn's okay. It's not 100%, but again, for the middle of the winter, coming to hit balls, I think you're doing really good. I'm not a big fan of that move right there where you kind of are starting to come out of it. This one, you didn't come out of it as much as you did. You hit a few balls really thin, and if you remember, I think that the balls that you hit thin, you came up a little bit more than that. So instead of rotating with your shoulders through the shot, you're kind of arming it through impact. If we look at a swing, let's see, let me find this swing here. So here's a swing that you made that wasn't the greatest hit, and you could see the blue line's your spine angle, and coming into impact, you could see I'm going to draw a red line for what your impact spine angle looks like, and it's like that. Not the greatest, and that's kind of what you do. That's your bad shot. If you take a look, your butt has pulled off of this back line. I don't know if you remember, we did a drill over last summer where you kept your butt on the wall during a practice swing. I think when you go bad, that's kind of what your mistake is. Your hips come in too much, and it causes you to stand up out of the shot. I just want to take a quick look. We worked together, and remember Peter Larnard was one of the guys that we worked because had similar build as you did. And the red line is his spine angle. And as he gets into impact, I'll draw the blue line is now his spine angle. So they're close. They're not identical. They're not like Tiger Woods, but they're close, and they're closer. I'd like to see these lines start to match up, and the way you do that is by keeping your butt out and rotating with your shoulders instead of throwing your arms at the ball. Let's take a look at one thing I wanted that you talked about was this drill we did with the orange whip. I like your finish much better. And if we draw a line up here up top, you stay below that line really well. So that orange whip, if you're interested in getting that, I think it might be a good idea for you to swing a few times each day. I could send you the link to the website, and I have a passcode that will give you, I think, free shipping, which is like $10 off. So just let me know if you're interested in that. So let's, one other thing to take note of, we talked earlier, this is a swing in the middle of your of lesson, but at the start of the lesson, the club was really coming inside. It's still coming in a little bit inside, but not nearly as bad as it was at the very start of the lesson. So if you remember, the drill I prescribed for that was the push the ball back drill. So you put one ball behind the club, and I'd want you to push that ball back straight. Let me quickly go over what we did in the chipping area. So here was your little chipping motion. Not bad. I would like to see this angle stay a little bit better through impact. And the way that you were able to do that through the lesson was by trying to get your left wrist to go down and through, as opposed to if you could watch your left wrist, here's impact, it's going to go up. So just feel like your left wrist is leading and going down and through the shot. And one other thing, you talked about you want to know how to control distance. Really quickly, we talked about I want you to have a swing where the club is parallel to parallel. I want you to have a swing where it's 45 degrees. The club shaft we're talking now is 45 degrees to 45 degrees. And then you have one where the shaft is 90 to 90. So if you could practice those three types of swings and you interchange your 60-degree, your stand wedge, and your pitching wedge, then you'll get some different distances, and I think it'll be easier for you to control distance. Remember, the speed of the swing is the same. We vary the distance you take it back. One other thing we talked about quickly, I really think that for a while you're going to need to hit shots where you feel like you're hitting the toe of the club. The ball is hitting the toe of the club. That way you'll get better contact. The contact was too close to the heel during our lesson. And lastly, we went over putting. Let's see. I've got the putting stroke right here. Okay. Putting was pretty good. I would like to see this club go more on it didn't go in a very straight line, and that was because your shoulders rocked to the left. If I draw a line from here to the hole, and you take the club back, it's going a little bit to the left. You did end up making the putt because the speed was right. But if we take a look at this one, the speed wasn't as good, and the putter's not going back and forth the best. And it's all due to that left arm, and we'll see it better in this angle. So I would really like to see this as one unit, and it rock back and forth instead of behind you. But that's it. Have fun in Florida. Hope all is well. If you have any questions, give me a call.